I've already had a couple of you send me questions on how to use the Desmos online graphing calculator. Specifically, you were asking about graphing piecewise functions and also how to graph inequalities. So I'm going to refer back to two examples from the notes from today. The first one I want to look at is example number 13. That is an example of a piecewise function. And to graph piecewise functions on Desmos, you want to first just start out by first typing in y equals in the entry line here, and then you want to do one of the curly braces. So you do the open curly brace, and these are a little bit different in how they're entered as far as the way they're presented on your homework and in the notes. You want to first put the constraint rather than the equation. So for number 13, the constraint on the first equation is x is less than or equal to 1. So we're going to type x, the less than symbol, and then if you type equals immediately after that, it will put the less than equal to symbol in there for you. So it's x less than or equal to 1, followed by a colon, and then you'll type in your equation. So I have negative 2x squared plus 6, and there is the parabola from negative infinity up to and including positive 1. We want to graph the second piece of that piecewise function. So again, we're going to do y equals curly brace, and in this case it's for all x strictly greater than 1. We're going to do another colon, and then we will put in our equation, negative 3x plus 4. So there is the graph of the piecewise defined function that was given on example 13 on the notes. For the inequalities, Desmos will do the same thing that our TI Inspire calculators will do in class. It'll even shade. One thing that this does have an advantage of over our Inspire calculators is that it will show you whether or not the line is supposed to be broken or solid in the case of an inequality. So I'm going to look at example 14 from the notes, and for example 14 we had y is less than negative quantity x minus 3 closed quantity squared, and it graphs the inequality for us. You can see it shades everything inside the parabola. The parabola is reflected over the x-axis. It's shifted to the right 3 units, and it has a broken line defining the parabola. So while you're doing these problems on your homework, make sure that you are indicating the correct type of line. If it's less than equal to, greater than equal to, you will have a solid line. If it's strictly less than or strictly greater than, it will be a broken line. I hope this tutorial is a little bit helpful to you. If you guys have more questions, just keep sending them to me, and I'll do everything I can to make sure that you're getting the help you need. You guys have a great night.